All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at the Junior Scholastic magazine, November 2nd edition, and we are looking at the map skills pages 22 and 23. So the map that we're going to be using is Where People Live Today. It says this map shows how the population is spread around the globe and highlights the 5 most populous countries. So we're looking at a population density map here. You have this in your magazine on pages 22 and 23. So if you would like to have a paper copy of that, go ahead and get that out, and you can pause this video to do so. It says Where People Live Today. This map shows how the population is spread around the globe and highlights the 5 most populous countries. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it a little better. The first question on your map skills page says, red represents how many people per square mile. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at, let's zoom in here. We're going to, well, it only let me zoom so far. So anyway, we're going to look at the key over here. The key right here. And it says people per square mile. So now you look at the red box there and tell how many people per square mile that represents. You just find this right out of the key. Very easy to answer. Number 2, it says which color represents the fewest people per square mile? So you have to look at the key again down here. And you have red, orange, that might be a light orange, yellow, and white. So write down the color that represents the fewest people per square mile. It's one of the colors I just mentioned. We'll call this red, orange, light orange, yellow, and white. Let's go to number 3. Which continent on the map averages the fewest people per square mile? So we remember that continents there are 7 of them, and they're big chunks of land, and we can see them here on the map. There's North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. I don't see Antarctica on this map, so it says, which continent on the map averages the fewest people per square mile? So look around there and see which one would represent the fewest, for the most part, the fewest people per square mile. Now let's look at number 4. Is Asia or North America more densely populated? So you pick which one you think. You either are going to pick that North America has more people in it, or you'll pick Asia has more people in it. Okay, so those are your 2 choices. You're either going to choose North America, Asia, and when it says more densely populated, that means more people. Let's look at number 5. What is the U.S. population? So how you find that out, so how I would find out with China is you'd look at China, and then that's the population count, that number underneath it. Pakistan, India, Indonesia, and the United States is there. So go ahead and write the number that you see underneath the word United States. That tells you how many people live in the United States. That's number 5. Number 6. Is Africa or Europe less densely populated? So you're going to pick the one that has the least number of people. Is it Africa or Europe? that has the least amount of people based on the actual place. So you look at the place and you see not how many people overall, but you would look at that area, and then you would look over here at your scale and then try to figure out which one has the most area that's fewer than 2. Or so you are either going to pick Africa or Europe that has less amount of people per capita, or the amount of people there. Let's look at number 7. What is the world's most populous nation today? What is the world's most populous nation today? All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at all of those numbers and find the one that has the biggest number underneath it. It's either going to be United States, Pakistan, India, Indonesia, or China. And then number 8, after you find out what's the nation that has the most people in it, you are going to tell what the population is. So tell the number underneath there. That's for number 8. Number 9 says India has how many more people than the U.S.? Okay, so you're going to do a math problem here where you're going to put India's number on the top and the United States on the bottom and do a subtraction problem with that. Subtract the number of people living in the United States from the number of people living in India. And then that way you'll know the difference of how many more people they have in India than they have in the United States. Write that number down. And then number 10, which of today's most populous nations are set to be in the top 5 in 2100? Okay, so this is where we're going to go to this other thing that comes in here, and it says most populous countries in 2100 or 2100. Population projections for the nations expected to have the most people. So just write those nations down, and then you should be able to get a pretty good score on this if you just follow directions, answered the questions really thinking about them, and you should do a great job on this. When you're finished, you'll upload this to Edulastic. Thanks for watching.